So the surface mining technology is a very uh, interesting subject for the mining engineers, because if you see the world over, throughout the world, people are practicing surface mining technology. So this surface mining technology, we are uh, going to discuss about the basic concepts, basic concepts of surface mining, how surface mining is carried out by the hatching system, and where the surface mining technology can be applied. Applicability of surface mining technology. You know that the deposits, mineral deposits, are lying at various depths in the Earth's crust. If the deposit is lying very near to the surface, which is called your shallow deposits, so these shallow deposits are amenable to surface mining technology. If the deposits, the mineral deposits are lying very near to the surface, then you can go for surface mining technology. You can adopt surface mining technology. It will be very cost effective with minimum expenditure. You can get maximum profits if the deposits are lying at a shallower depth. But you know that if the depth of occurrence of the mineral deposits are at a very high depth, then you have to go for underground mining. Okay, so that is the basic condition where the surface mining technology uh, is being uh, followed. So you know that why people are using this surface mining technology, because there are many advantages, and for that reason people are adopting this surface mining technology. So what are the advantages you get from mining technology? The major advantage of surface mining technology is it is open to the open environment. It is not a closed environment. It is open to the outer environment. So the freely oxygen you are getting, there is no need of any ventilation system. If it is an underground mine, you have to go for ventilation, supplying oxygen to the working places. But in the case of surface mining technology, you are working under the sky, so the environment is free. The surface environment is free. Air is freely available. Oxygen is freely available. And you are not going to do any support system, supporting. No need of any support in the surface mining methods. And the lighting is also natural. You can work in the daylight. No need of carrying the cap lamps or any other source of lighting system. And if it is an open cast mine, the supervision will be very easy for supervising the working places by the manager of the mine. So that is the reason why people are widely using surface mining technology. Because of these advantages, people are using this surface mining technology. There are very few disadvantages of surface mining technology. The disadvantages are very, very less compared to the advantages you get. So the measure of surface mining is you can go for heavy mechanization. Very big machines can be used. So any big size of machine can be used. Sky is the limit. Any gigantic machine, earth moving machinery can be used in the surface mines. So that is the major advantage of surface mining. So because of the introduction of highly mechanized mining, less manpower is necessary in surface mines, and you get more output, more production, more profitability in surface mines. The only disadvantage of surface mining is environmental degradation. If you are going to start surface mining, you have to cut the trees, you have to vacate the cultivable land, and you have to ask the people who are living on the uh, uh, surface to vacate the place for your mining purpose. That is the only disadvantage of surface mining method. And we have discussed in the previous semester on your mine hazards class that in underground mining, there are various types of hazards associated with underground mining, which are absent in open cast mining. So practically in underground coal mines, the hazards associated are explosion, fire, inundation, roof fall, side fall, which we have discussed in your previous semester in mine hazard class. But in this subject, surface mining technology, these hazards are not there. These hazards are not there in surface mining technology. So therefore, surface mining technology is a hazard-free mining, safety, more safe method of mining. Safer method of mining is open cast mining, surface mining. So this surface mining is also called your open cast mining, open pit mining. Okay, and this method of mining is applicable, can be applied for the shallow deposits. If the deposit is lying at a greater depth, you cannot go for open cast mining method. Instead, you have to go for underground mining method. These are some of the advantages and disadvantages of surface mining technology. So what is the role of surface mining in total mineral production? If you see the mineral production throughout the world, 85% of the minerals are coming from the surface mining method. Very few, only 10%, only 10 to 15% minerals are mined from the underground mines. Majority of the minerals are coming from the surface mines throughout the world. If you take the statistics today, throughout the world, about 85% of the minerals are mined by the help of surface mining technology. If you see in India, Coal India, for example, Coal India, the biggest coal producing country in the world, biggest coal producing country in the world is the Coal India. Means in India, biggest coal producing company is Coal India. So if you see their mines, they are operating upon cast mines. About 90%, about 85% coal is coming from the surface mines, and only 10 to 15% mineral or coal is coming from the underground mines. That too, underground mines are not giving any profit. They are in great loss. Only the surface mines are giving the profit. So whatever profit they are from the surface mines, those profits are compensated in underground mines. So the role of surface mining in total mineral production is tremendous. If you take the world statistics throughout the world, the major minerals are coming from the surface mining technology. What are the deposits which are amenable to surface mining vis-a-vis excavation characteristics? As I have told, the deposits which are lying at a shallow depth, which are outcropping at the surface, are very much amenable to surface mining technology. You know that the mineral deposits are of two types: deep-seated deposits, which are lying at a great depth, and surface deposits, which are very near to the surface. So the deposits are classified into two groups. One is outcropping deposit, the other one is incropping deposits. In the case of incropping deposits, they are buried inside the earth's crust at a depth. But in the case of outcropping, deposits, they are very near to the surface. They are exposed to the surface. You can see the deposit from this surface. Those type of deposits are called the outcropping deposits. Okay, so therefore the outcropping deposits and shallow deposits are amenable to surface mining technology. So this in surface mining technology, there are 4 unit operations are there. In surface mining technology, there are 4 unit operations are there. One is drilling, second one is blasting, third one is loading, fourth one is transportation. These are the 4 type of unit operations carried out in open cast mines. So if you go to any open cast mine, you will find these 4 unit operations are there. These 4 unit operations are dependent on each other. First, you have to go for drilling. So the drilling is done by the drill machines. Drilling is done by the drill machines. There are various type of drill machines are there. Electric drills, hammer drills, air operated, compressed air operated drills, diesel operated drill machines are there. Different type of drill machines are there. So the drill machines, they drill the hole. So after the drilling is done, then the second operation starts. That is called your blasting. So the drill holes are charged with explosives for the blasting purpose. In open cast mines, various type of explosives are used for the blasting purpose, like your slurry explosives, tight mixed slurry explosives, and other type of explosives are used in open cast mines for the blasting purpose. Then after the blasting is done, the material is fragmented. The rock, the minerals, the rocks are fragmented. So after fragmentation is done, after blasting is done, the third operation will start. The third operation is the loading operation. The material is to be loaded. There are various type of loading machines are there, like your shovels, drag lines, bucket. Your shovels are mainly the main type of loading machine. Different type of shovels are there. Electric shovels are there. Hydraulic shovels are there. Backhoes are there. Payloaders are there. Different type of loading machines are there. Their job is to load the material. So where they will load the materials? So after loading, the fourth unit operation is called the transportation. The material is to be transported by the help of a transporting method. What are the transporting methods available in the mines? The major type of transport methods are your dumpers. In open cast mines, you will find the dumpers are plying. So these dumpers carry the material. After they are loaded, the dumpers are loaded by the shovels, and after loading, the dumpers will move from the mine to its destination. If the minerals are loaded, if it is a mineral bench, then you'll get the minerals. If it is a coal bench, you'll get the coal. So the minerals, after getting loaded to the trucks or dumpers, they will be carried to the beneficiation plant. And if it is a overburden rock bench, there are two type of benches are there in open cast mines. One is mineral bench, the other one is overburden bench. What is overburden? Overburden is nothing but the rock which is lying above the mineral deposit. The rock which is lying above the mineral deposit is called your overburden. So in the overburden, so you will get the rocks. So these rocks are not of any use. You cannot use them for any valuable purpose. That is why after the rocks are loaded to the trucks or the dumpers, so the dumpers will be carried to the dumping yard. There is a dumping yard where the overburden material is dumped. There is a dumping yard where the overburden material is dumped. So that is the transportation method by the help of a dumper. There are other modes of transportation also, like your belt conveyors you can use for the transportation purpose. You can use the locomotive haulage, train haulage for the transportation purpose. But mostly in Indian mines, the Indian surface mines, dumpers are used for the transportation purpose. So these are the 4 unit operations carried in every open cast mine. One is drilling, second one is blasting, third one is loading, fourth one is transportation. So these are the 4 unit operations carried out in upon-cast mines. So this operation is called a discontinuous mining operation. Discontinuous. Why it is discontinuous? Because after drilling will be discontinued, blasting will be carried out. After blasting, loaders will come and load the materials to the trucks. After that, the trucks will transport the materials from the mine to its destination. That is why these 4 unit operations, wherever it is carried out, this method of mining is called a discontinuous method of mining, because one unit operation is discontinued after its job is done before starting the second operation. After doing the second operation, the third operation will start. After doing the third operation, the fourth operation will start. So they are linked to each other. That is why this is called a discontinuous mining method. Then there is another method which is called your continuous mining method. Continuous mining method. This continuous method of mining, continuous method of mining. 2 methods of mining are there which can be followed in upon cast mines. So what is a continuous mining operation? In the case of a continuous mining operation, all the unit operations are carried out by a single machine. For example, a surface miner, continuous surface miner. Here there is no need of any drilling, no need of blasting, no need of any other equipment. Only one equipment, which is called your surface miner, continuous surface miner. It will dig the earth, it will cut the rock, it will cut the minerals, and after cutting, it will load to its one belt conveyor, and after that, it will load to the loading machine. It will load to the dumper, or it will load to the belt conveyor, from where the material will be transported. So only single machine, only one machine is doing 4 operations at a time. So that method of mining is called a continuous mining method. Continuous mining method. So one example is continuous surface miner. Then another continuous mode of operation is bucket wheel excavators. Bucket wheel excavators. So in the case of bucket wheel excavator also, there is no need of any drilling and blasting. The machine itself will cut the material, load the material, transport the material. A single machine, bucket wheel excavator. Another machine is also there, which is called your bucket chain excavator. So these are the machines which can do all the 4 operations simultaneously. There is no need of drilling and blasting. That is why they are called your continuous mining method. And another one is called your ripper dozer method. Ripper dozer method. Ripper also, if you are using the ripper dozer method, there is no drilling, no blasting. The ripper machine will cut the earth, and after cutting, the dozer will come and collect the material. So there is no drilling and blasting. So these are called your blastless mining. Without blasting, mining is carried out. That is why they are called your blastless mining. Blastless mining. Okay. So two methods of mining. One is continuous method of mining. The other one is discontinuous method of mining. So if you have a Navali Lignite Corporation, they are using the bucket wheel excavators and bucket chain excavators. So there is no need of drilling and blasting. Similarly, if you have heard about Panchpat Mali bauxite mine, Nalco mines, Daman Jodi mines, they are using the reaper dozer mining. No drilling, no blasting. And in Coal India, also in open cast mines, many number of surface miners are used. Continuous surface miners are used. So there is no drilling, no blasting. But majority of the mines, they are using the drilling and blasting method. So if you are using the drilling and blasting method, after that shovel will load the material to the dumpers. So shovel dumper mining, that is called your shovel dumper mining. Shovel dumper mining. And another machine is there, which is called your drag line. Very big machine, drag line. So drag line can excavate the material very quickly, and the drag line is having a very big boom, by the help of which it can throw the material to a greater distance. So the drag line, if you are using, there is no need of any transporting machinery. It can throw the material to a greater distance from where the coal is already mined out. So reclamation and mining can be carried out simultaneously if you are using a drag line in a bedded deposit like coal deposits. Okay, so there are various methods of mining available in surface mining technology. We are going to discuss all these methods one by one in this semester. So these surface mining unit operations, drilling, we are going to discuss about drilling. We are going to discuss about blasting. We are going to discuss about loading. We are going to discuss about transportation, the 4-unit operations in open cast mines. Before that, we will have the introduction to the subject. What are the different terminologies used in open cast mining? What is called a bench? What is the height of the bench? What is the angle of slope of the bench? Everything will be explained to you by the help of diagrams, so that you will understand the subject very well. And this surface mining technology, which is being practiced in every mine, in every organization, so it has got wide applicability because it gives a lot of profit to the organization. That is why people are using the surface mining technology. So in the surface mining technology, different type of equipment are used. Different type of equipments are used in surface mining, which are called your heavy earth moving equipments. Heavy earth moving machineries, HEMM. So what are the different type of earth moving machinery used in surface mining? We will classify them and their applicability. Which type of machine would be used in which mine? What are their disadvantages and advantages of different type of equipments which are used in surface mining? So these things we are going to discuss in this class, in this semester. Before the mine is started, you have to open the deposit. Opening up of the deposit by the help of a box cut. What is a box cut? How it is being carried out? We'll discuss about the box cut. Opening up of the deposit. What are the different parameters you have to design for the box cut? What are the methods of creating the box cut? What are the factors which affect the selection of the site of the box cut? All these things are to be covered in the subject opening up of the deposit by the help of a box cut. Then after the box cut is driven, then you have to carry out the production benches. You have to open the production benches. Production bench means from where you are going to get the minerals. Mineral production benches. You have to form and you have to design the different parameters of the production benches, different design parameters like your height of the bench, angle of slope of the bench, width of the bench, and you have to take into account the factors affecting the height of the bench, factors affecting the width of the bench, factors affecting the angle of slope of the bench. Everything is to be covered in this semester. Then you have to go for preparation for excavation by the help of a reaper mining, reaping and dodging, reaper dozer. What are the different type of reapers used? Their classification, their applicability, their limitations, their disadvantages will be discussed in the reaping class, in the reaper class, reaper dozer class. And method and cycle of operation, different method of mining, different cycle operations which are carried out in open cast mines will be discussed. Then estimation of the output from the mine, how much production is there from the mine, how to estimate the production output from the mine, and concept of reparability, how the reparability index is determined, whether the rock is repairable or not, how you can know. Then after that, you have to estimate the number of drill machines required for a given mine production. Estimation of number of drill machines required for a given mine production. What is a discontinuous method of mining? What is a cyclic method of mining? Discontinuous cyclic method of excavation and transport by the help of dumper operation, loading by the shovel operation, their applicability, their limitations, disadvantages of electric shovel, hydraulic excavators, and dumpers will be discussed in greater detail. Cycle time of the various machines, productivity calculation for the shovel and dumper will be carried out by mathematical estimation, and estimation for equipment, how many equipments you need for a particular type of mine, for a particular production, like how many shovels you have to use, how many dumpers you have to use, how many heavy earth moving machines you need for a particular type of production will be calculated. Required for a given mine production, how many equipments you need. Then method of work for subsurface bedded and massive deposits. If there is a massive deposit is there, if there is a hilly massive deposit is there, if there is a bedded deposit is there, then which method of work will be carried out? And a dumper, shovel dumper combination, match factor calculation, shovel dumper compatibility study will be also carried out. Then your dragline operation, applicability and limitations of dragline, and different modes of operation of dragline, side cast diagram, calculation of reach of the dragline, cycle time and productivity calculation are to be carried out in this semester to understand the surface mining technology. Calculation of required bucket capacity. What should the capacity of a bucket, of a shovel, a drag line, bucket capacity of a given equipment, handling requirement, maximum usefulness factor for the drag line, and its significance in selection of drag line for a given situation. Similarly, the method of work by simple sidecast method, then where the scrappers are used, what is the use of scrappers in open cast mines, their applicability and limitation, various types of scrappers, method and cycle of operation will be also discussed in this semester. And different type of dozers, pusher dozer, push-pull operation, dodging operation, dozers, their applicability and limitation, different types of dozers used in open cast mines, their classification, types of blade used in the dozers, and corresponding merits and demerits, and their method and cycle of operation will be discussed in this semester. So, so that you can understand what is surface mining technology. Okay. Then your front end loaders, their applicability and limitation, method and cycle of operation, minimum tipping load concept, estimation and significance, then your calculation for the various operations will be also carried out. So we are also going to solve many problems related to surface mining technology. So the problems and their solutions will be given to you so that you can understand this subject very well. So this is in brief, I have given you the introduction to the subject, first class. From the next class, we'll discuss in detail about the surface mining technology. So next class will be Thursday, 3:15. Next class will be Thursday, 3:15. Then Friday, another class is there, 2:15. So per week, every week, I will engage you 3 classes. Monday, 1:15, Thursday, 3:15, Friday, 2:15. So I wish you all a very good semester, event semester. Wish you good health. Have a nice time. Let us try to understand the subject, listen to the lectures. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.